Khamzat Chimaev is a different kind of animal, man. Watching him fight, watching him win, it's not just about physical dominance. It's about a psyche, a mindset that most people will never even come close to understanding. It's not about talent, not about luck. It's about what happens when your mind decides that there is no option but to win, no option but to conquer. And that's what we saw in his last fight. People look at him and they see the punches, the wrestling, the relentless pace, but what they're really seeing is the expression of a man's mind that refuses to accept defeat. Think about it. How many people talk about wanting to be great, wanting to be the best, wanting to be a champion? Everybody talks, but then the moment adversity smacks them in the face, the moment things get uncomfortable, they fold. Khamzat isn't built that way. His psyche is forged in hardship, in sacrifice, in suffering. That's why when he walks into that cage, he looks like a predator stalking prey. It's not arrogance, it's certainty. It's a man who has already won in his head before the bell ever rings. That's the secret. The body follows the mind. When your mind is unbreakable, your body becomes a weapon. You can push past exhaustion, you can ignore the pain. You can do what looks impossible to other people. And Khamzat, man, he embodies that. You can see it in his eyes. There's no hesitation, no self-doubt, no second guessing. It's kill or be killed. And he has already made the choice. That's why opponents break before the fight even gets going. They feel that energy, that intensity, and they know deep down this guy isn't going to stop. But let's not romanticize it too much. This isn't some mystical gift. This is built. This is earned. This is years of struggle, discipline, and embracing things most people run from. The grind, the blood, the sweat, the constant drilling when nobody's watching, that's what shapes that psyche. You don't wake up one day with the mind of a warrior. You craft it by doing the hard shit day after day, by choosing discipline over comfort. And that's the part people need to understand if they're looking for motivation. You don't have to be Khamzat Chimaev to tap into that mentality. You can live it in your own life, in your work, in your dreams, in your battles. There's a line, I love everyone wants to eat, but few are willing to hunt. Khamzat hunts. In that cage, in training, in life, he's hunting every single day, and that's why he wins. Because the fight isn't just those 15 or 25 minutes in the octagon. The fight is every damn day leading up to it. The fight is in the mornings when you don't want to wake up, but you do anyway. The fight is in the weight cuts, the exhaustion, the days your body screams at you to quit, but your mind says, one more round, one more rep, keep going. That's the psyche behind his win. And you can apply that to your own life. Maybe you're not fighting in the UFC. Maybe your cage is your job, your business, your family responsibilities, your dreams. The principle's the same. You've got to train your mind to accept struggle, to embrace hardship, to actually crave it. Because if you can find comfort in the grind, if you can learn to love the pain, then you can outlast everyone else. Most people will quit. That's guaranteed. But if you don't, if you stick around, you win. That's why Khamzat is such a scary fighter. It's not just his wrestling, it's not just his power, it's that unshakable belief, that ferocity, that willingness to suffer more than you. His mind tells him, there's nothing you can do to me that I won't endure. I will walk through fire, I will eat your best shots, and I will keep coming until you break. And once an opponent feels that, it's game over. Because fights are psychological as much as they are physical. You can have the best technique in the world, but if your mind cracks under pressure, it doesn't matter. And let's be real here. The reason people love fighters like him, the reason we watch, the reason we get inspired is because deep down we recognize that spirit. We recognize that there's something primal about refusing to quit. Something deeply human about staring adversity in the face and saying, not today. And when you see someone do it at that level, when you see someone dominate, not just with skill, but with sheer willpower, it lights something inside you. It reminds you of what you could be if you stopped making excuses, if you stopped playing it safe, if you stopped avoiding the grind. Khamzat's win wasn't just a fight, it was a lesson. A demonstration of what happens when obsession, discipline, and mental toughness collide. That psyche, that mindset, it's not just about being violent or aggressive. It's about control. It's about channeling that energy in the right direction. It's about having clarity of purpose. Every move he makes in there has intention behind it. He's not flailing around. He's not second guessing. He knows what he wants and he takes it. That's the essence of success in any field. Know what you want, lock your mind onto it, and refuse to be denied. People ask all the time, what's the secret? The secret is, there is no secret. The secret is the grind. The secret is waking up every day and doing the work. The secret is making friends with pain and discomfort. The secret is realizing that fear never goes away, but courage is doing it anyway. That's the psyche behind Khamzat's win. And if you want to win in your own life, you got to develop the same mentality. So here's the challenge. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop waiting to feel ready. That feeling isn't coming. You've got to build discipline. You've got to harden your mind. You got to become the kind of person who looks at obstacles and says, good, this is what I need. This is where I get stronger. That's how champions are made. That's how fighters like Khamzat rise. And that's how you can rise too. At the end of the day, it's not about fighting in the cage. It's about fighting in life. It's about showing up every day when it's hard, when you're tired, when nobody's watching. That's where the psyche of a winner is born. And that's the lesson every single one of us can take from this man's victory. Embrace the struggle, embrace the grind. Learn to love the fight, because the fight will shape you. So ask yourself, are you willing to suffer for what you want? Are you willing to pay the price, to walk through the fire, to embrace the grind when everybody else is quitting? Because if you make that choice, then nothing can stop you. That's the truth. That's the mindset. That's the psyche behind winning. In the cage, in life, anywhere.